Hello, faithful viewers, and welcome to Mr. Who Reviews, where today I'll be reviewing Avatar The Legend of Aang episodes 7 and 8, Winter Solstice. This will be the first two-parter for the season, or series, whatever, unless you count the first two episodes, but they both have their own names. uh, like actually they both have two names, like Winter Solstice. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Part 1 and Part 2, but some other names at the bottom. But that's on the DVD. So let's start with the spirit world. In this, Team Avatar is just flying over some clouds where they notice a burned down forest, and Aang is upset because he feels that he didn't or isn't doing a good job being the Avatar, since Avatar is supposed to protect nature and that. And Katara reassures him that the forest will go back since there's a lot of the chestnuts uh, around around the place, and they'll grow into trees and animals. Come back. Then this guy from his village finds him and asks Aang to help him out because his spirit keeps on taking their people at sundown, and they don't really know why. Aang doesn't really know what to do, but he does. He tries anyway, and that will make. I think that'll make a good character. Like, he doesn't know what exactly he has to do, but he'll try anyway. As he said, it'll come to him. It doesn't really go that well, since the spirit just ignores him and just starts wrecking a lot of the houses. And when Aang gets tossed around into a house socket, goes out to protect him, which shows that he might find Aang annoying sometimes, but he does care about his safety. So, good character stuff. Anyway, the spirit captures Sokka, and the Aang tries to get him back but fails, and somehow turned into a spirit himself, but don't really realize it till he goes back to the village and the sun comes up on him. And about that time, a spirit dragon that used to be Avatar Roku's the animal guide goes to Aang and shows who he is and brings him to Roku's temple and shows him a vision of a comet and brings back Aang to his body. And that's where Aang realizes that the spirit is actually the spirit of the forest that's upset that the forest is sprung down. And let me just say this: the spirit has two forms, and I think the fourth form it's just great. It looks like a lizard or something. And then it blasts you with some kind of spirit beam or something. It looks cool. And the second form is just a panda, so it's okay, but it really looks that cool anyway. And there's a subplot with Zuko and his uncle Iroh, where Iroh's just relaxing in a hot tub trying to get Zuko too. But no teenagers just want to relax sometimes when you have something else to do, especially Zuko. So yeah. Anyway, he gets captured by these earthbenders, and for some reason they don't put his clothes on, even though they have his clothes. I don't know if they took his clothes or just left them where they found them, but it's just weird. And I like that Iroh keeps on tricking him. Like, he pretend that he's tired and loses one of his sandals to leave a trail for Zuko, and saying that he wants his the thing around his arm, I think called shackles or something, I can't remember, and they want him tied with his old joints are just wearing down and they just hurting. I want to hear more, but and when they're about to tie him, he just blows on with his nose and burns the thing up and just gets out of him. It's just good. Oh, another good part is when Zuko sees Appa and just deciding whether or not to go after him or his uncle. He doesn't use his uncle, but so that he might be obsessed of getting Aang, but when his uncle is involved, he would just ignore it. Oh, another weird thing when uh, Roku's dragon tries is bringing Aang to Roku's temple. I Roku somehow see him, like both of them. I don't really know. Like in a few episodes later, we find out that there's an incident with him and the spirit world, but not really touched upon. It's only mentioned once. So I don't really know what. Don't really know, and I don't think they mentioned anything in the core about it. But anyway, this is a good first part. Setting stuff up for the second half, and oh yeah, I got to mention that Aang was just upset I don't have like a teacher to teach him to be the Avatar, and there's no reason. It's good episode. A lot of emotional stuff going here. And I think this gives a 5 out of 10. Now, the second part, uh, Avatar Roku. At the end of the first part, Aang decides to go to the island that's in the Fire Nation. And when the Team Avatar just get there, they get attacked by Commander Zhao. Yes, he's back. And he also attacks Zuko's ship. And if you're wondering how he found out about the guy that lived in the village that they're in, that they visited, told him where he was, even though they gave him like stuff like that, like supplies, money, just because Sokka asked. And then let's see what else. Yeah, just a lot of good action sequences in this, and just the funny facial expressions, especially from Sokka and Tara when they get into Fire Nation, just like shocked, like they get a shocked look or something. Yeah, and when you get to the Avatar's temple, the Fire Sages, the protectors of the temple, and that serve the Avatar, attack Aang because they got tired of waiting for him to come back and just decided to follow Roku. And not Roku, the Fire Lord. And actually do it got forced, but I think these want to follow the Fire Lord even though they're getting forced. And it's just, wow, that's weird. Don't know why I did that, but but there is one sage that is loyal to the Avatar, and he shows Aang and the others the way to the part of the temple that has Roku's statue. But the doors to it are closed and only be opened by either a fully formed Avatar that mastered like fire and that, or 5 firebenders or sages. I thought that was a good idea of doing fake firebending by putting some blast pellets into like bags and tying them up. It doesn't really work, but it leads to a second plan by tricking the sages of thinking that Aang got in. And it nearly worked, but Aang got caught by Zuko. I wondered how he got there. Well, Commander Zhao let him pass, making him think. Well, not making him think, just wanted him to follow Zuko where he's going. And Zuko is trying to trick him by putting smoke around his mini boat or something. No, not mini boat. I don't know what it's called, but just putting smoke around where he was going, and he still got there. The two plans are just are good plans, have been done before, but still classic military strategies. But it just proves that one is smarter than the other. And like I say, who. Anyway, Aang does get in, and it doesn't. And when he gets in, it doesn't. Roku doesn't come up immediately. There is still a bit of time left for him for the light to get to his statue. And when it does look, the animation does look great, and the voice for Roku is just fits the character perfectly. And the music that goes to the scenes where he and Aang are talking is just great. Oh yeah, and he tells Aang about the comet that further chosen created to begin the war, and has come back by the end of the summer. We set up another thing to look forward to or be aware of in the series. And when the conversation's over and the solstice is gone, is passing, and they can talk anymore, they both go in their avatar states, and when doors open, the firebenders are just fire at Aang, but they see a spirited version of Roku, and he is badass. Like, he tries to, as he does destroy the flippin' temple that's on a volcano island. It's just great, and the music in it is great as well. Like those, that it's just wow. And Zuko gets away, and some of the others gets away as well. Like after Roku is done being badass, and Commander Zhao makes all this Fire Ages traitors, because he's just angry they didn't get the Avatar and Zuko. So, and the end of this is just beautiful. You just see it's like a silhouette of Aang, Sokka, Katara, and Momo riding on Appa through the night in the moonlight, and just hugging while some great music that kind of tells the emotion of the characters plays. It's just good. This episode is great. The music in it is just beautiful, and the action sequences in it's just great. Like, there's a scene where Aang just jumps off Appa and fire and just blows back a fireball at a ship. It's just good. This has to be one of the badass episodes in the series, or one of the best badass episodes. It's just a great episode, and I know why I put it in my top 10 favorite episodes from Avatar: Legend of Aang. It's just good. I give it a 10 out of 10. And I think I'll just give a 2-part 10 out of 10 as well, since why not? And next week, I think I know next week's, but I have to see what I have to. Lose my thought here. Yeah, I'll just say what the episode is next week, since I'm not really sure. So, until then, I'm Mr. Who, and I'll see you later.